Hey people, I know it's been a while once again, but today at work I didn't have anything else to watch towards the end of my shift. So I saw that Hulu had Whitney. That's the Whitney Houston documentary that came out last year, I believe, like in the summertime, I believe. Um that was on Hulu. So I was like, all right, let me see how long it is. 2 hours. Perfect timing. 4 o'clock. I got 2 hours to kill. And it had me crying, of course, my crybaby ass, but it was really good. It was real good. Like, I know we doing a lot of docu-series and documentaries now, but this shit was good. Need to be done. The only thing, like I always say, is it was no Negroes, as far as behind the camera. Like, the director, the creator, whatever, who decided to do this. Kevin, Kevin, I don't know the last name, but he's a white guy, and we get to see a lot of other footage of her carrying on through her, her heyday, her bad times, and her great times, her good times, and in between times. Um, Her siblings, her two brothers, older and younger brothers, they interviewed. We got a little bit of Sissy in the beginning, and Sissy looked lost. She just looks so damn fucking lost. I feel bad for her. Personal assistants and stuff. And I think Clive Davis, is that his name? Clive Davis, L.A. Reid, Bobby Brown. It was only a short period. He wasn't with the shits at all. He was not with the shits as far as the whole drug use thing. But it was very interesting. I didn't know that maybe that was going around, but I didn't know that she was abused by a family member, and it was a woman. And her assistant, Miss Mary, I'm gonna call her. Her name is Mary. Her personal assistant said that she told her and never told her mom, and it was Dionne Warwick's older sister or something like that, because Dionne Warwick is her cousin. So I guess her older cousin, Dee Dee, um, raped her, molested her, I should say, and it fucked her up, and that has a lot to do with, I guess, the drug use, and she also molested the brother Gary, the darker brother, and I guess that's Pat's husband or whatever. Pat Houston, that's the sister-in-law, and it was real deep. And I want to know, where the fuck is Robin? She fucking dropped off the face of the earth. I've been telling people, where the fuck she at? Did the Houstons kill her? Is she buried in some backyard somewhere? Um, Being the simple fact that she was molested, she was telling Miss Mary, the personal assistant, basically that she didn't know what to think about herself. Like, she felt like it was her fault. Miss Mary told her no, and she had struggles with her own with her own sexual preference, her sexuality. It was very interesting. What I don't like is Mr. Gary talking about she was an opportunist and stuff like that. Meanwhile, other people said that she held that shit together. She ran a tight fucking ship when it came to Whitney. She was the only one that Rob was the only one that Whitney listened to get her out of bed, to get her going. She did a lot of, I guess, the visuals. Like, she was a creative director. She did that for her, and she loved her. And of course, they talked about how her and Bobby didn't had their issues or whatever. And I guess because them fucking around, and they lived together at one time, and I don't know. It was real deep. It was really sad, and you saw how she was spiraling uh, out of control. It was really good though. It was real good. Like I said, some behind the scenes shit. You see Miss Sissy cussing, freaking Whitney talking about Paula Abdul can't sing, and it was good. And did I? Oh yeah, I did see. I remember seeing she was a model beforehand, before she became a singer, and talking about how everybody was making jokes about her. And I'm like, Well, damn, L.A. Reid said, fuck you. He was like, you think this is funny? How she was looking, drug abuse? Well, fuck you. I'm like, ooh, damn, L.A. Reid. I'm sorry. But this is like the same thing how I feel with the R. Kelly. Not the whole rape thing, but it was people around her that's on the payroll and not going to tell her nothing. Nobody could tell her nothing at all. And everybody was fucking getting high. And the only person that really admit to it was the younger brother. And he said himself, like, listen, Bobby Brown, we lapped him. We passed him 10 million times. We used to get fucked up. He said even in Japan, I think in Japan where drugs, that's very illegal. They don't do that shit there. They found drugs and they got fucking high. They got fucking high. And it just showed her downfall, and it was just so sad. And I didn't even know towards the end she was just broke. She was doing these concerts and her voice sounded terrible. She went to rehab so many times. As far as I know, it was only like 2 times, but she constantly went to rehab and trying to get her life together. And it was really sad. And when she died, it really hurt me too because it was a part of my childhood had gone also. My mother loves Whitney. Everybody loved Whitney. One of the greatest voices ever in the world that ever walked this fucking earth, and she was gone. And that just fucked me up, yo. That fucked me up. Michael Jackson fucked me up because that was part of my childhood. I love Michael Jackson when I was a kid. Prince fucked me up. And it's just Luther fucked me up because these are people that I grew up listening to. They were part of my childhood, soundtrack to some parts of my childhood, and they're fucking gone. And it was really sad. It was really sad watching it. And I felt you feel bad for her because she wasn't able to be herself because they grew up in a church. And honestly, I think Whitney was bisexual. I think she loved Bobby. I think she loved Dick. I think she loved pussy. That's how it was. And she couldn't be herself because she was such in a religious thing. She grew up in the church. It was super strict, super religious. Her father tried to sue her. It was just, and she was left penniless, and it was just so sad. And Miss Mary is the one who found her. She said she went to go get a cupcakes or something. 30 minutes later, she said it wasn't even 30 minutes. She came back to the hotel room. The water will overflow to her feet, and she said she saw her baby face down in a tub, floating. And yeah, it was that last time that got, I guess. And the crazy thing that Bobby Christina died the same way. It was just the craziest thing ever. Of course, Bobby Brown think that guy Nick, what is his name? Nick Gordon. What's his name? Nick, whatever the fuck. He has something to do with it, but who knows? Who the hell knows? But she's gone. Bobby Christina's gone, and it was just a tragic loss. But the documentary was very good. It was very, very good. And I have a few choice words for Mr. Gary Houston, but whatever. The Miss Pat Houston, but yeah, it was good. I think you should go check it out. It's on Hulu. And tell me what you think.